Matt Lewis. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for stopping by. Here we are, another episode of the Kelvin Rich Superstar Mode right here on Madden 24. If you missed any of the other episodes, they are available on the channel in the playlist. We start our second season here right now with Kelvin, and we're up here against our goal. Your goal, let your coach know about your expectations for the year. Achieve your goal will result in a greater reward. So we want to go with passing touchdowns. Do we want to go with passing touchdowns, passing yards? Let's go with passing touchdowns, and let's go with 15. Let's commit to that goal for this year. That is our goal. So it's game day, week number 1, it looks like. I don't think we're going anywhere as far as preseason. I think we skipped the preseason and automatically go to week 1. So here we go. Let's get into it, folks.
It's week 1 of the 2024 season, and we've got a showdown in the NFC South. It's the Bucks and the Saints, and it's all up next.
This is a rematch, folks.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of pop.
All right, so here we go. Saints will do it.
For their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes.
So Saints going for a little retro, if you will. They're a little retro on the uniforms this week. I guess this is revenge.
Up a 7 past the 30 to the 32. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Incomplete. Oh, it gets complete. Okay, I thought it was incomplete.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that.
So here comes Kelvin now. 1 pass, 11 yards for Kelvin.
He's dreamed about it, thought about it.
They give it to Kamara again, and Kamara, this man is a tank, man. I love Alvin Kamara.
Across midfield and down to the 46. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Operating from the gun, Rich.
Intercepted.
Fitting in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked by Chad Muma. He's to the 15.
And that didn't start off good at all for the Saints. That did not start off good.
The ball, they had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving.
He and this offense preached that a big theme of the offseason was not turning the ball over. And boy, to start out the year with a pick 6, that has to be a tough pill to swallow, but a long way to go in this one. 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal.
Throwing after the interception. Rich. And that'll be incomplete.
So the pass is dropped. And here comes Kelvin back up with 2nd down and 10.
up the middle.
Kelvin Kamara.
They're able to get this one across the 35. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rich. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
This is not going well for Kelvin, folks. Not at all.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver down?
And the Saints are going to have to punt this one.
Make sure that he's really into this game.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's
third
down.
It's 3rd down. I thought it was 4th. Okay.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
So the Saints will have to punt it here and pray that the defense can help. And they did not. They got a field goal, though.
New Orleans. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game.
And there's my man.
If you just have them bunched up at the end of the year,
That ends the first quarter.
teams trying to survive that gauntlet.
Kelvin has already got a pick, or already thrown a pick.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They hand it off to Alvin Kamara. Kamara gets nothing but only 2.
It'll be 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich.
Hit as he threw, incomplete.
Incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Rich. That is caught. And now off to the right.
Touchdown!
Touchdown, New Orleans. 45 yards. And the Saints have cut it.
45 yards for Chris Olave, who seems to be Kelvin's main targets.
Touchdown pass in the new season.
This man can catch just about anything that's thrown to him as long as it's there. Look at that, folks. There you have it, Kelvin.
Celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
So there you have it. And here we go. Extra point is good, and here we go.
Offense heading back out to the field. On the previous drive, he hooked up with Chris Olave for the touchdown. And now they'll try to do something like that again here. 1st and 10.
There it is again to Olave.
They air it out to start the drive, and it's complete.
And again, Olave in there for 6 points, folks.
Touchdown. Chris Olave. Already 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Saints
Look at this, folks. Chris Olave goes, he's wide open there, and look at that catch. And from there, it's a foot race.
more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
So there you have it, folks. A little bit of
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives.
last two drives have turned into touchdowns. Olave seems to be the primary target here of Kelvin.
Rich
Kelvin tried to roll out to try to get some time to look downfield. But there it is.
On the drive's first play.
And that's the 2-minute warning.
In this first half of football.
17-14.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
And they hand it off to Kamara. Look at the man go, folks. Look at him go. Alvin Kamara did what he had to do there, and it fooled the Saints. Or excuse me, it fooled the Buccaneers and the Saints.
As he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. On first down, Rich.
And Kelvin goes down. He's sacked again.
Vita Vea busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Operating from the gun, Rich. Johnson's got it complete.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying
Kamara got it.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right read.
There's the throw to Olave. Get it, Olave. Another catch by Olave.
Not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
Despite writing it down on my
Look at that, folks. Olave does it again.
And we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing.
Touchdown to Alvin Kamara.
Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara as time expires in the first half. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
So they will add the...
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Looks like Kelvin got his first X Factor. As those of you saw in the previous episode, I think it was previous episode before he had his first X Factor.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage. And
What is Kelvin's X Factor? Highlights the first person target and ignores the pressure.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game.
3rd down and 4 now.
Defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rich. That's to the sideline and pulled in. And out across midfield down to the 45. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Looking to throw. Rich. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still.
There goes Alvin Kamara, folks. Look at him go.
And an excellent job of finding
Alvin Kamara. The Saints on a roll here today in the home opener against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Back to throw. Rich. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And there you have it, folks. Kelvin's in. Kelvin is in.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Saints had 6 to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of of time off the clock here in the third quarter. Decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off.
We've taken that time off, though. I'm sorry, but, you know, the game makes you do that. Extra point is good. They get another field goal.
And ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
It's caught.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And out of bounds.
Who else but Chris Olave?
At the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. Off the play fake. Rich.
Intercepted. He tried to go for Chris Olave, but that Kelvin should not have done. But 2 picks thrown in this game already for Kelvin. And not a good start for the season as far as the pick territory goes. That makes his 2nd pick now.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Chad Muma fighting all the way through and getting the sack.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Out to his left. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
So Kelvin makes the
sack in there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable.
incomplete, nearly picked off again.
Down there, but he cannot connect.
And now they're going to have to punt it.
Because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they...
Here we go.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there, it was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now...
Here we go, folks. The Saints have to do it here.
They've got to get going.
Throwing to start the drive. Rich being chased out left. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Looking to throw. Rich. He lets it go deep for Olave. That's
Incomplete. Chris Olave did not go anywhere there.
This defense
Or did not get anywhere with that one.
Critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly. And
3rd down and 1. And they give it to Alvin Kamara. Kamara has the 1st down and more. Kamara still going on his feet. They need to target the 40-yard line to the Saints. Need to target the 40-yard line. They're almost there. You see it there.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Here's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Incomplete.
Incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command and make sure all
Got 1 timeout left. 18 seconds.
Call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Throwing it to Johnson. Incomplete. It's deflected.
This should have been intercepted, but it winds up
What are we going to do here?
Nearly an interception. interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on
So what's going to happen here?
Coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
On their defense, they did the important thing.
Okay, the defense stopped him here. So now it's up to the Saints to try to win this one.
Now a first throw here in overtime.
Incomplete, nearly picked off.
Incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game.
Alvin Kamara didn't get anywhere.
Tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And that one results in 35 yards. Backed up deep in their own territory, they were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game, even in overtime. As a head coach, field position still counts in this spot. So they had to get out from the shadow of their own goal line.
He completed it.
Some breathing room. Obviously, that helps them on offense.
Second down and 3 now.
Might be necessary here in OT.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. From the
They give it to Kamara. Alvin Kamara. Look at him go. My gosh, folks. Alvin Kamara.
Yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Incomplete again in a double coverage. I'm not sure what Kelvin was doing there.
Incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's going to let it go again.
Incomplete.
He knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they do get him down.
Who else but Chris Olave?
Slipping inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there,
They give it to Kamara. Saints win. Saints win.
4 yards there on the touchdown run. And the Saints go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Look at this, folks. Something of beauty there for Alvin Kamara.
This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
An A- for Kelvin. Total XP at 809.
Open within the division, you knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for New Orleans, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
So my gosh, folks, that there was a great game. It took overtime to do it. But the Saints still come out on top. And Kelvin did what he had to do there to get this team together. But as I said earlier in the episode, earlier in the first part of the game, Kamara seems to be or not Kamara, but Olave seems to be the target.
Come on, fellas, we going out tonight.
The main target for Kelvin. They seem to have a great connection. Correct me if I'm wrong in saying that it kind of reminds me of the Marvin Harrison Peyton Manning connection that they had with the Indianapolis Colts. Really good connection on both ends, passing and receiving. That's what it reminds me of. So we're going to go to free time. We're going to go to slow down for 2 extra experience points. The brand focus. We're going to do the brand focus real quick. I'm going to call out. Going to view some missions here. Road to the draft. Already completed. Star challenges completed them. Game day. 15 touchdowns. Kelvin has already thrown 3 touchdowns so far in the beginning of the season. Milestones. Got 40 touchdowns. We're working on that right now. Got 36 touchdowns so far for his career. Kelvin's just doing great, folks. Let's look at the awards, if we may. He did get Rookie of the Year and did get the OPW award in the NFC. So, but Kelvin's just doing a great job, folks. Kelvin's doing a great job in the Saints organization in its second game. And folks, there's a rematch of Week 17. If you remember correctly, last season, Week 17, it was a complete and utter embarrassment by the Saints against the Falcons. They also got embarrassed by the Bucs. So Phase 1 is actually completed. Phase 2 is beating the Falcons at Atlanta. If you're new, scratch the claw marks at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Come over to Wolfpack fam today. Sniffing by into the bell icon, become part of the notification squad. Do not forget to put a like to the video. It's much appreciated. Remember, always stay hungry. Hungry like the wolf. Wolfman Lewis. Ow. Ah. And out.